In this video, I'm going to show you how you can add a Google search facility to your Bootstrap Studio site. Bootstrap Studio does not have its own built-in search engine, but you can easily add a Google search engine to your site if you want to, but there are a couple of downsides. The first one is that Google will display sponsored links every time somebody searches on your site. So I think it's the first 4 links will be sponsored links. So if people do click on them, it will obviously divert them away from your site. Also, it will only display results from pages which have been indexed by the Google search engine. So if your site is new, it may not display results until those pages have been indexed and so on. So first of all, we need to go to Google. So it's called Programmable Search Engine, google.com. If you have a Google account, just sign in as normal. If not, sign up. Once you do sign in, you should come across this page and you can create a search engine for one or more sites. So select add. And then we can give our search engine a name. So I'm just going to call mine test. And then we want to select the very top option, which is search specific sites or pages. And then we can add the URL of our website. So this is a test page I've created. So I'm just going to copy the web link and paste it into the box and select add. You can also change all these settings as well once you set the thing up. Select this option if it comes up and then select create. And then it gives you some code which you can add to Bootstrap Studio. So let's go over to the program. So you can add this search facility anywhere on your site. So the best option is either the navbar or the footer, but you can add it to any individual page as well. So in my case, I'm going to add it to the footer. So I'm going to add it just above these links here. So we go over to the overview section. We can see we have the footer, and you can probably see there's a little link icon next to that, also the navbar as well. So once you have link components, any item you put in this section will be added to every other page where this component is added. So if you don't know how to do that, or if you haven't done it already, you simply right click on the component, copy and paste, copy to, and select multiple, and you can choose where this component goes. You can select all the pages, but most importantly, select the link option, and those components get linked together, so any change gets applied to every other page. So what we need to do is add some custom code. So I'm going to add it just above the links. So we can see the links here in the div. So search for custom code. I've got it here saved. I'm going to drag that down and just place it below the container. So you can now see it's been added there. So we can add the code from Google. So copy the code, right click and copy, go back into Bootstrap and just double click on the custom code from either the overview or from the main page. And then you get this option here on the right hand side. So I'm just going to delete the custom code and div because we've already got the div, and select paste. And it should look like that. So make sure there's a div and a div at the end. Select apply. If I just close that window now. So you can actually see the search engine on this page, but if you select preview and go down towards the bottom, we can now see the Google search box has appeared, and you can customize this box from the Google homepage. So you can actually get rid of the Google branding as well. You can change the color of the border and the button as well if you want to. So if you type in a search word, click the search, you get a pop-up window. Again, you can customize this from the Google page, whether you want a pop-up window or whether you want it displayed on the site. And again, like I said, the first results will be sponsored links, and the rest will be from your site. Obviously, because this site hasn't been indexed, nothing's appearing at the moment. So that's one way you can add a search box. And like I said, because this is a link component, every page the footer is on, you can see the search box appears on every single page on this particular theme. So another way, and it's probably my preferred way, is to add one of these other components. So this is a modal, which we can add to the area as well. So we can either add it to our navbar or our footer. So again, I'm going to add it to the footer. So I'm just going to drag this component and I'm going to drag it down into the footer, and it's now placed at the very bottom of the footer. With that selected, you can see the toolbar says show, so show it. So you can now see it's like a little pop-up window which appears, and this has components like a heading, paragraph, close button, and other buttons, and so on. So let's just expand that to see more. So we don't need all of these. I'm going to delete the footer part, and I'm going to add some custom code to the body section. So again, go into the components, find the custom code. I'm going to drag this down and add it to the body section, and I'm just going to get rid of the paragraph. Don't want that. Again, if you want to add some text, you could perhaps tell your visitors that they are using a Google search and that the first results will be paid searches. You can even advise them to use an ad blocker if you want to, which will get rid of them. So go back to Google, copy that, and then from the overview section, double click on the code, and again, just repeat the same process. Paste the code, click apply, and that's now been applied. We can also make this box bigger. Just select the main one. Once that's selected, go over to the options, and then from the top you can see size, select extra large to make it nice and big. So we select hide. We now need to link this component, the module, to our page. So what I'm going to do is add a search icon to this section here. Again, you can add it anywhere you want on your site, but I'm just going to add it to the footer. So what I'm going to do first of all is add a link. So drag a link, and I'm going to drag it down into this div. So you can now see the link's been added. So I'm going to delete the text of the link. Then I'm going to add a icon. So drag the icon and drag it into the link which you just added. So you can now see there's an icon, make it a bit bigger so you can see it. And I'm going to double click on that to change it. And I'm going to search for a search icon. I think you can find them under design icon number 4. So I'm going to select that one, click OK. So you can now see there's a search icon which you can click on. So what I want to do is select the link where the icon is part of. Once that's selected, go over to the options tab again, make sure options selected, and you want to choose this option which is target, and under this one select the drop down menu and just choose the component you just added. So once that's done, if we go into preview, go down to the bottom and you can see there's a search icon. I can click on that and it brings up this box with the Google search facility, and again type in a search term, tap search, and a pop-up appears, and so on. And you can close that, and you can close that when you're done. And again, this appears on every single page because it's part of a linked footer. So really, it's that simple. Hopefully that helps you. Again, there are some downsides. The downside is that ads will be displayed, and it will only display results from pages which have been indexed by Google, but that shouldn't be a problem. So that's it. Thanks for watching.